We are tracking a developing story out of Australia this hour. Multiple reports from Brisbane say some of the Iranian women's soccer team have left the team's hotel and are seeking asylum. The players are there for the Asian Cup tournament, and the CBC's Hilary Johnstone has more details. So, Hilary, what do we know?
Well, we know that a lot of the information that we have at this point is still coming from the U.S. President, Donald Trump, who has been publicly calling on social media for Australian authorities to grant these women asylum, saying that they may face danger if they're forced to go back to Iran. We are still awaiting any sort of official statement from Australian government authorities or from federal police. But this is what Donald Trump had said earlier. He was calling on Australia to make sure that the team was not forced to go back to Iran, saying that they would most likely be killed, calling on Australia's Prime Minister Anthony Albanese to grant them asylum. He then followed up with another post saying that he had spoken with Australia's Prime Minister and that they were taken care of. There have been multiple reports now, including from Australian media, that some members of that team are now safe at some sort of safe house. Some of that information being given to Australian journalists by a family member of one of those women who's on that Iranian women's soccer team as well, saying that they are safe and that they have been granted some sort of protection. All of this started last week when the team in Australia for the Asian Cup did not sing the national anthem, and they were then labeled as wartime traitors. What you're looking at is actually from last night, and that is when they were once again singing the anthem, which led some people to wonder if they had been coerced into doing this. There were concern that the team's handlers had sort of forced them to do this. Some of the reporting today is that at least some members of this team have now been able to slip away from the team's handlers in order to go to somewhere safe. Like I say, still waiting for more information from Australian authorities on all of this. But what we have heard has come from the president of the global union that represents professional soccer players, talking about some of the risks these women are facing and what they're now calling for.
We've been asking them to work on the players having agency. So it's a really challenging situation. There may be players that want to return. There may be some players within the group that would like to seek asylum, would like to stay in Australia for longer. There may be some that are incredibly concerned about the potential journey home. It's an incredibly difficult situation.
Potentially concerned about the journey home and about family members who may be back in Iran as well and what would happen to them. Just finally here, we've also heard from Iran's exiled crown prince on Instagram, who has said that as far as he is aware, that those players have now successfully sought refuge in Australia. Like I say, it is still very, very early in the morning on Tuesday morning in Australia, but we will be looking for any more information in an official capacity from Australian authorities.
Hilary, thank you. CBC's Hilary Johnstone.